Please spare any change to help us out, please. Please spare any change to help us out. Please spare any change to help us out. Anybody is a step away from this. Anybody is a step away from this. I didn't grow up saying, my goal in life is to have a child to be, panhandling on the streets of New York. Please spare any change, because the impression of most people is that you're a drug addict, that you're out manhandling. That you're going to go use it for fun. Which is not the case here. We can barely afford to eat, never mind, Very hard.
Can I ask how it happened?
His father left, and that was it. Please spare any change to help us out. Please spare any change to help us out. What it is, like a cookie and two pieces of pastry. But that's okay.
Something.
I'll take it.
Any options you've explored in terms of how do you look for employment?
I went to these job things that welfare centers go, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You sit in a room. They want you to be involved in 40 hours like a work person. But you sit in a room all day and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. You just sit there while these people get paid to just watch you in a room. It's so frustrating. It's
maddening, it sounds like.
Yeah, and then they want you to do a web assignment, which is you go to work for the city. And it works out to something like 48 cents or 30 cents a day. Okay.
Working for the city?
Working for the city. All day long. In this tiny little room with 50 people. And then we each had to clean a bathroom in the city building. But it was 10 of us cleaning this 2-full bathroom. So we're tripping over each other, arguing because somebody wants something to do because you've just been sitting there. And, it takes you all of a half hour if you do a very, very decent job of cleaning the bathroom. And then for the rest of the time, you're just sitting in a room in this basement, dingy, breathing in air from these machines doing who knows what.
And for all that, you're paid 50 cents.
Right. But meanwhile, they'll pay $1,000 a month for him to go to daycare. For me to just sit in that room. So where is the money really being wasted?
So they'll pay for him to go to daycare while you sit in that room.
Right.
Very strange.
Yes.
And so you opted, you'd rather stay with him because you'll make more on the street.
And of course, then when you do that, they cut off your money. Any kind of financial help that they give you, they cut you off.
So you can't go back.
You can go back, but it's
you can't. I'm not on your terms.
It's a whole big rigmarole. They don't want you to travel to even get to their appointment time. It's ridiculous, and they want to pay you. It's just so crazy. It's ridiculous.
What could you imagine as being a way to get out of this situation? What, from your experience?
Right now they have me sanctioned because I don't want to go sit in that little room in the basement somewhere.
Yeah.
So they have me sanctioned where they lowered my money. And now, even if I decide I want to go to a school, say a certified home health aide 3-week course or whatever, where they'll find me a job, I can't. HRA won't pay for it. I'm sanctioned. So just can't make moves. You can't do anything.
You just feel
Stuck.
trapped,
Stuck.
and you can't imagine anything from.
You're just stuck. It's crazy. Please spare any change to help us out.
Well, what I can do is I can put this on YouTube. People can see it, and at least maybe it will, start thinking about it, right?
Please spare any change to help us out. Please spare any change to help us out. But I still have dreams and goals.
What's your dream?
To be self-sufficient, to give my child a home,
Have you gotten in touch with the father at all? Have you been able
Yeah, we're in touch, locked up. Is there any change to help us out?
So you were saying like one of the ladies said you were
I was exploiting my child
by having.
by, I guess, having me sitting with me panhandling. I don't look at it that way because I'm not, like, he's sitting here, he's sleeping. Reality is my child needs things,
And you do too.
And I do, but he comes first. He definitely comes first. And, he just, wants things. And I want things for him sometimes. And it's heartbreaking to have to sell a child now. Heartbreaking. But exploiting a child is, no. By giving him things, no. Exploiting to me is, making him do things he doesn't want to, that are immoral,
Or making him beg, or making him.
Right.
Although he is so young, he
Right.
can really do it for himself.
Please spare any change to help us out. Please spare any change to help us out. Please spare any change to help us out.
How does he get health care? How does he?
Well, HOA does give him the Medicaid. So he has the Medicaid. So he sees his doctor, regularly and all that, He's very healthy. He's a happy child. Thank God we're in a shelter that's very clean. I've been in other shelters where it was like, if you had an ACS case, an ACS worker would tell you that this is not a plausible place for you and a child to be in. But the city will put you in there, in their shelter system.
Yeah.
So they contradict themselves, it's a never-ending circle, very hard. And my parents live out on Long Island, and they're in their 70s, they can't watch a child, very hard.
And if you were to go stay with them?
That's not an option.
No.
They're selling their house. It's just not an option. They're retired. They need to live their life.
And you don't want to feel dependent on them.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I don't want to be a burden on them. I'm a healthy girl. I need to work. Just like more than 50 people that one passed, not one person. Please spare any change to help us out.